What is up, guys? Right here, Great Bearded Gaming Society. We're back in the tree fort. We're hanging out in the bank at the moment, trying to see if we can get any bites on these belts. And so far, I got to say, it's been no. Like, I haven't even had a response that says, "Oh yeah, I'll buy this many," or yada yada yada. It's been bone quiet. I tried a little bit earlier today, got nothing. Tried around lunchtime. There was like 4 people in the zone. Didn't think it was going to happen then. And a few more people now at about 20, but still not really getting anything in regards to a response. So we might give it like a few more tries, maybe. And I'm sure somebody would say, "Oh, well, if you went to the tunnel, maybe." But I don't want to cart all this stuff all the way to the tunnel, and maybe that's why I'll be broke in this game forever. I don't know. That just seems like a whole lot of extra work. Before I do that, especially since even to get to the place, to get to the tunnel, I'd run by the place to turn them in. Just, yeah, no. We're giving it a few more minutes. And if we don't get even a nibble, we're going to bank them. We're going to find us a sow if we can. And we're going to go see what happens if we turn them in. I honestly think that's what we're going to do. A few more tries. So when we check back in next time, we're either going to be running our way to Caledon, or we'll be cashing in and making some plats. Stick around. Alright, we finally got a bite. We finally got a bite, so I think we're finally going to offload all these stinking belts. Yay! I had about one more time, and I was going to, you know what, we're just going to walk. This is going to be. Now, the other thing that was kind of fun is I'm standing in the bank. I've auctioned a couple times. Somebody's running around. He was like buffing and everything, and he ran by and gave me a buff. Which is, exactly what every rogue needs is baby clarity. But it's something, I guess. He meant well. Maybe he thought we were a ranger. I have no idea. But, alright, let's hang out for a minute. See if our person shows up, and we will offload these belts. Alright, so the grouping thing isn't quite going to plan. We've called out a couple times. There's been some other people as well. Kind of slow. So we've actually just been stalking around Trainer Hill and picking off the Centurions. But we've got to be careful a little bit because, again, this last one was just a solo blue. And he kind of hurt. Not going to lie. He kind of hurt. So we're going to sit over here. We're going to kind of pressure regen. Our biggest worry here, though, is that even if we can pick off the Centurions, if the trainer actually spawns, he would probably break us off a chunk, and we'd be running to zone. How does a rogue pass the time when they're waiting for a group? You rob people. Yoink. Uh-oh, didn't get nothing that time. Well, don't tell me that's all you got. 5 lousy silver. Whatever. Backstabbing. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing. Running around the edges, robbing orcs, stabbing them to death. And so, I mean, there's a handful of people here. Well, I guess not anymore. I guess one of them must have been like a whole group or something. There's a couple of 21. I think one of these guys was just giving buffs. Not sure what the other guy was doing, but might explain why the action's so slow this evening. We'll just have to see what we can do to pick up something another night, maybe. I don't want to sit around here too long. Granted, we can still, keep plinking on the orcs here a little bit, but it's not going to be anywhere near, obviously, as fast as if we can get a group at the wall or something like that. Most of these guys appear green. We get the occasional blues. And, of course, at the same time, we do have to be careful because get one that runs off and gets too close to his friends, and we could pretty easily get swarmed under with that many if we're not careful. So, we'll give it just a little while longer, maybe another holler or two, and then we'll, well, maybe try back another night. Well, gang, it's looking like this one's going to be kind of a slow one for this week. We haven't really been able to get another good group going. We picked off some strays where we could, but the other trade-off, of course, is now we get up here and we actually have a problem. What is this? Somebody's invited me to join Friendly Druids as a member. Oh, well, it's Friendly Druids is a casual red PvP green and blue guild. It's a zero commitment. You can try it for 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, and quit. Strongly encourage people to give it a free trial. You have nothing to lose. You can have characters in other guilds. Dun dun dun. Any hoozle. Like, well, this is my challenge toon. Maybe later. But the problem I've run into now is even up here is the trainer is. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I wasn't supposed to stop hiding. I was supposed to stop sneaking. Well, see, now I'm going to have to be real careful, though, because if this dip turd gets a hold of that trainer, I'll be in really big trouble. So I'll need to drag him down here as low as he'll let me get him and let him ramp back up. But yeah, with the trainer there, we have no chance against that trainer. We, with 0 almost defensive capabilities, no form of healing, like, we don't even hit that hard yet. We would just get smoked by that guy. So it's even that part is kind of slowed down this week, unfortunately. It is what it is. But on the upside, one of the things that we have been able to kind of square away this week, like I said, we gave our little poll to the community on what they thought about our group challenge. People were interested in seeing us try that. We did a secondary poll, at least to come out of the gates. There's a couple things, right, we want to make sure that we're kind of doing. It needs to be a functional group, right? It doesn't need to be some miniaturized train wreck where it's, oh, look, it's a group of 3 bards. Like, no, that's just not going to work. Let's see. Can we sneak? Nope. Can we hide? Sure. But, we did make at least some headway on there. There was... I wouldn't say there was a lot of feedback, but a decent chunk of feedback. I know that by and large, we got some members of the community who were a little more active. I just got run over by something. Excuse me. But yeah, of the votes, like I said, we were planning to move forward with the challenge. We got things set up for the. Like I said, Panther and Gerlosian Otis are going to join us. Panther will be rolling up a tank for us. Gerlosian will be rolling up a healer. I will be rolling up the 3rd functional member for the group. And that's actually hilarious. This guy's doing the same thing I was doing. He's sneaking around the trainer. Makes you pick that fight right now, and he could be in a bad way. But so we put the poll out there. It's like, what should I play, or what should I roll against to be, functional group? And we had casualty DPS, melee DPS, which, hybrid. We put Ranger kind of in its own thing. Totally random, which was actually 2nd place. But then 1st place was an Enchanter Bard. So we do have at least that piece figured out. unless something drastic happens between here and there. What the fellas and I were thinking is, we'll try to get together, probably, maybe about one time a week, and kind of, just kind of organically see how the content goes. We think it'll be one strength, of course, it'll have over. This one is, oh, that's Daishon. That's our buddy Daishon. He's not. I don't even know if he's going to remember us on this character. But anyway, we've got pretty much that piece figured out. That's good times. I'm gonna holler at Daishon for a minute. I'll be right back. So yeah, our buddy Daishon stopped by and gave us some really sweet buffs that suddenly made us look kind of cool. So we basically murder-faced everything around us. And then we had the great plan of, you know what? We got these great big buffs. We are going to charge over here to this area, which, I mean, it's a slightly bigger area, but there was really nobody here. I think there was one guy who's kind of pulling from the area, but, I mean, with these buffs, I mean, we suddenly have, like, almost 500 hit points. We got haste. We got regen. We got sow. We got some strength, which is awesome. We got some deafness. So we're going to try to make the most of it. And we'll just tear through here and go beat stuff up. Oh. Yeah, I even asked him, I was like, what brings you way over here? He goes, well, you. Figured he would give me some buffs on his way around. And it sounds like he's probably back on his way to, where'd you go? There you go. On his way to Kaladin, trying to exterminate the dwarves. But yeah, we're gonna do what we can with these buffs. See what we can do. We're decently close. We'll see if we get knocked that out. We'll check in probably one more time at least, and see what we get to. But we're gonna try to maximize what we can get with these buffs. So stick around. We'll be back one more time. All right, gang. So our litany of buffs is starting to wear off. Like the regen, the haste, and the sow, and stuff like that. All the stuff that'll keep us making complete nuisances of ourselves. The strength and the Altoona will definitely keep us a little bit safer, but we won't be able to like charge quite the same tier of targets. We decided it would be a good idea to charge into the slaver area, and we did pretty good for a minute or two, and then a really big slaver spawn. He ran us out of zone twice, actually. But either way, we managed to get our level. We're a whole bubble in. We've just been keeping things moving as best we can. We've been running around picking off these strays. And so once the buffs faded, so did the bravery. But yeah, we picked up 11. So with that much closer, we're going to insta give this guy miniaturized loot pinata. We'll take it. But yeah, I mean, we got some stuff to sell. We're gonna go and scrap that stuff. We got our level. We're level 11. We're one bubble in. So the buffs did make a huge difference because we were able to just kind of fight. And it's not like we were fighting stuff we couldn't take on our own. We could just fight non-stop. Because with the regen buff, we could just go from target to target to target. And I mean, in fairness, the slavers, okay, the full complement of buffs definitely made a big deal with the slavers. But, we're there. I think, we getting some bags full of loot this time around. So we're able to make a little bit of cash. We're not going to make much. We know that, and that's fine. You don't do... most of my cash from this area comes from slinging the belts. So I'll get like 8 or 9 belts again. We'll try to sling those bad boys and see what we can get. Wanted to touch super fast on what I was saying before Daishon showed up and we got all distracted. So we got things pretty much set up now, I think, for the launch of the group challenge and how we're going to do things. Now we just need to pick a time frame. And make sure it's a good time. Everybody we can meet, like once a week, and get some video capture and stuff, and hang out and do everything. It should be a good time. But as always, guys, if you do like what we're doing here, please don't forget to like, comment, maybe drop a subscribe down below. We did back to 300 again. we'll see if we drop yet again. Like every time we get a new number, we're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. But either way, it's still cool to see the channel still growing, albeit slowly. But that is just fine by me. But if you have any ideas on where else we could try to hunt, especially as a solo little rogue, let us know. I mean, the Crushbone thing, the solo piece. Oh, excuse me. The solo piece is really wearing off, as we are not going to be able to like solo Legos or any of that kind of, not with this dude. There's just no way. To bridge that gap would be almost impossible. And here lately, like sometimes we can get groups, sometimes we can't. You know how it goes, especially when the server's been out for a while. But we'll see how it goes going forward. If you got any ideas for us, let us know down below. But I think that'll be all for this week, guys. It'll be a good spot to call it. So until next time, guys, stay safe, stay distant, stay in EverQuest. We're going to stay up here and hide from that train. Yep. But we will see you guys in the next adventure. Night, guys.